It's a secret behind the eyes. It's the Bob Fosse secret.
It is. It is. I'm gonna cry like I'm Michelle Williams in Fosse Verdon.
Did anyone watch that?
I didn't. I only ever saw that GIF.
I love the scene of her wiping that tear. It turns into a beautiful move.
Guys, I've been doing watercolors.
Show us.
I'll go get them.
Okay.
Not the noble hope, Katie. And thematically relevant.
That's me. I know the theme and I'm on theme, baby.
As I sit here,
always on theme.
Coffee, Exotica, La Croix.
No, I can't get behind this. I don't. If it doesn't have caffeine, what's the point of it tasting like that?
I don't know, but I mean, like no La Croix. No La Croix has
La Croix.
La Croix. They don't know caffeine.
I mean, I don't like the taste of coffee, but I love the smell of coffee. So if it just smells like coffee,
that's me.
I'm kind of
sorry, the sound. Mute. Do you guys hear that?
I did.
That was my bad. I'm so sorry. Hi, Joseph.
Hello, Joe. Hello, Josh.
Josh.
Can I show you my art?
Yes, show the art. Chant in the comments.
We have potions.
Ooh.
That is so cute.
Second,
Is there?
We have a hat.
Oh my god.
Third, we have just two little gourds.
This is so cute.
Is there
Next,
an occasion?
We have house gourd.
Oh my god, Katie, zoom in.
Katie, that looks so good.
No, come back. Zoom in.
Enhance.
When she left, she was like, I've been working on my watercolors, and comes back with a fully animated fall-themed children's book.
And my last one, speaking of children's books. It implies that that's a dead kid.
I was going to say, that's a dead child.
Wait a minute. Maybe
Katie sent me a text saying that exact same thing, and I was like, that wasn't my first thought, but I see it now.
I painted Dead Ghost and Ghost Family. I painted Ghost Family, and to tell you the truth, I had a bit of the devil's lettuce, and I was looking at it, and I was like, wow, I made an art. I made good art of a father and a son. They're dead. They're dead. The dramatic shift I took from being like, I am Pablo Picasso to instantly, I am now a murderer. Put me on SVU.
I have killed an imaginary child.
You're the murderer. Can you show us that pumpkin cottage again?
I'll show it later.
The shading and the colors were so good on it.
Thank you. Everybody try watercolor. It's so easy because there are no rules. You just have to wait for it to dry between layers, and you start with the lightest color. After that, it's all just what your heart feels.
There are at least 2 rules.
There's 2 rules. 3 rules. Follow your heart. Start with the lightest color, and have a good time. And wait for it to dry. I'm sorry. And wait for it to dry.
There's I think
there's 5.
Well, really, the rules keep going up and up and up.
Well, I have anxiety and a little bit of OCD, so I like to make rules.
and the first and really the overarching rule: please have a hit of the devil's lettuce. And
devil's lettuce
are referring to cilantro.
I can't stop thinking about that little cottage.
The little gourd.
I can't stop thinking about the child that you murdered.
It was worth it for art, though. Did you see how cute it was?
It was very cute.
Improv artist and local watercolor painter Katie Hope Noble on one autumn day killed a child.
Committed a crime.
Katie, I'd love to read your children's book.
It would be dark.
As it should.
Yeah.
Look like a
it
ghost.
Would end with that final. Your children's book would be like Over the Garden Wall on Cartoon Network. It's just
He loves Over the Garden Wall.
You're very sweet. I'm actually going to an Over the Garden Wall party on Sunday.
Cute.
How does one do an Over the Garden Wall party?
Picture it. You come in your autumnal best. You bring either a sweet or a scrumptious bite of nosh. To quote Alex, a nosh. Did you say nosh earlier? Doesn't matter. You did now.
I was saying, I like how we're crediting Alex with the Yiddish, but go on.
Simmer down, Jeff.
I'm so
Make
sorry.
me send out
That's
the
awful.
Anti-Defamation League.
Then you gather your closest, dearest, spookiest friends, and you cuddle puddle upon a couch, and you simply watch from beginning to end, like a movie.
Oh, that makes sense. That's not what I was
Oh.
envisioning, but it does make sense.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
sounds really nice.
Yes.
What treat are you bringing?
On Rosh Hashanah, I'm so sorry. That means Yom Kippur's in what, 2 weeks?
Yes, you must atone.
Perfect time.
I sincerely
Some of us are
apologize.
already atoned. Ooh. Yes.
Oh, are we all flexing? Everyone flex. Everyone in the comments.
Oh, I
flex
just wanted to
too.
show my bat wings.
All right, fine. Here's my flex.
The IT crowd.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Improv Technology. We are Improv Technology here on our continuing quest to bring entertainment, laughter, humor, and weirdness to wherever you are from wherever we are. My name is Jeff Wolfthal. I am your host, and tonight I am joined by three of my favorite improvisers that I get to work with that I don't get to work with often enough these days. Starting off, introducing way out in left field, it's Haley Carlson.
I know the theme. The theme's baseball.
Hey. Always stuck on third base, it's Katie Hope Noble.
That's accurate.
I did not mean to read you so early in the show. And
That's all right. Humble me at first.
he's out, Alex Topoli.
Oh,
Those are
yeah.
good.
Thank you. I actually tried today.
Are you watching A League of Their Own?
I'm not. I forgot that it's premiered already.
Yes.
Is it good? Have you seen it, Katie?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of that, like literally the first 2 episodes. I'm enjoying it.
It looks sweet. I
Mhm.
like sweet. Gay sweet.
Speaking of sweet, we're going to do some improv for you all. That wasn't a segue. That was just me trying to segue. What that means is that we are going to perform scenes and games and stuff that they don't know what they're going to be saying beforehand. I barely know what I'm doing. So God help them. We're just going to make it up as we go along. And if you enjoy the stuff that we do, there are a litany of ways that you can show how much you support and love us. You can Venmo us at the IT Crowd. You can buy some of our merch at improvtechnology.threadless.com. I saw Dan Gualtieri rocking some IT merch at the Ren Fair this weekend. I very much appreciated it.
I love
It was
that.
awesome.
Also, it sounded like you said dang Waltieri.
Dang
Dan?
Gualtieri.
I think you should consider that. Or damn Waltieri. Because
That's-
that's cute.
That's his Waluigi form. It's Dang Gualtieri.
I think that's great.
So yeah, are you guys ready to do some improv? Are we getting a mushroom
Yeah.
hat?
Did you just dress us?
No, I'm trying to utilize my light in the most effective way, and I think I'm just pale.
I think you look like a lovely ghost child.
Thank you. What's our first game?
Our first game is Objection. This is a game where the three of them are going to argue for your entertainment. I'm going to get 2 minutes on my stopwatch, and I will give them a topic to talk about. And the person who is in control of the conversation at the end of that 2 minutes is the winner.
I bet
What do
it's a
they
man.
win? A virtual high five.
Oh.
That's valuable currency right there.
In this economy?
Mm-hmm.
So the topic for Objection comes to us from Heather Rothwell. Thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
It is recipes. Let's see. I think Katie would like to start. So Katie, whenever you're ready.
I'm a firm
Recipes.
believer that the recipe is like the pirate guidelines. They give you a place to start, but they're not always the best indicator on how something can turn out. For example, my mother has never made spaghetti sauce the same way twice. And do I tell her it tastes great every time? Don't change a thing. Yes. And you know what she does? Changes everything. Now, one might think, oh, this is like it exposing you to new flavors, but no. If I'm going to have consistency in anything in my life, it better be in a spaghetti sauce. So you know what? I'm going to flip-flop now. And I say the recipe is perfect and everyone should follow it exactly.
Objection.
Yes, Alex.
Leading the witness. I don't know.
Sustained. Alex has the floor.
Yeah, as you can see, we were given both points, and they were presented in a very affirming and intelligent and commanding way, which was meant to trick us into believing both sides of the one-sided argument presented by this one individual. We were being collectively led to believe we should not follow the recipe and yet follow the recipe to fit the whims of this spaghetti sauce-loving watercolor artist.
Objection.
Yes, Haley.
She never specified she loved spaghetti sauce. Simply that she wanted it consistent.
That's fair. Katie.
I will clarify for the court that I love spaghetti sauce. I will eat it
Damn.
out of a jar with a spoon.
Overruled. The witness is perjuring herself. Haley has the floor.
All right. So here's the thing. No one can prove that Katie loves spaghetti sauce.
Your
Forget-
Honor, we just submitted this to the court.
Objection! It was struck from the record, and all witnesses and jury will do their best to forget it.
Sustained. It has been stricken from the court record.
As we all can assume, this woman here hates spaghetti sauce. Anything she tells you differently is a lie, and it's meant to trick you.
Objection.
Yes, Katie.
I would also like to offer that I hate recipe thieves. In fact, people who take recipes from the back of the box and claim it to be their own.
Sustained.
Whoa.
I have seen Haley follow a recipe from the internet and call it her own several times, specifically with one dish. It's called buttermilk chicken. What she does is she copies...
Objection!
Yes, Haley.
That recipe is not from the internet. It is from a cookbook. If you buy the cookbook, you can legally call the recipe your own.
Objection.
Yes, Alex.
Julia Child would take issue with this.
Objection.
Yes.
She's dead.
Sustained. Haley has the floor.
Julia
Objection.
Child.
Yes, Katie.
It is spooky season. We could summon the spirit of Julia Child here with the right recipe.
If you can summon the spirit of Julia Child, you will have the floor.
Julia Child, enter me now.
Oh.
Oh.
She just went much paler.
Child.
Sustained. Katie has the floor. Or Julia
Julia Child has the floor.
I don't mind if someone wants to claim my recipe, so long as they do not attribute it to someone else.
And that's time. Julia Child wins.
Ah. She left me.
Bravo.
In that moment, somewhat, Katie, you said taking the recipe like off the box and claiming it was their own. Have any of you ever participated, maybe when you were in school or like a church, like did like the community cookbook where everyone submitted their own recipes and like they just published their like community cookbook? True story. My Aunt Lynn just copied the recipe for Hamburger Helper and submitted it as a recipe for the book. And the recipe is just buy Hamburger Helper, follow the recipe on the box.
That's really funny.
That's fantastic. All right, this is gonna sound weird. Can someone explain Hamburger Helper to me? I've never consumed the thing.
Absolutely, 100%. So Hamburger Helper is it's a box dinner. And what it is it's additives to help out the hamburger because hamburger
They just need a little help.
Well, in middle America and middle class families of average wealth and income, hamburger is the affordable like meat to provide a big thing all at once. So you just brown up your hamburger and then you add these additives, which are the sauce packet and the noodles with stuff that you'd have like lying around the house, because you can either do it with milk or you can do it with water.
Right.
And it's just there to help make the hamburger those
Help it
but like that's the intent. That was the original intent of Hamburger Helper. It is by no means now just strapped to this idea of like that's all we had, Paul. We like
Interesting.
As I also come from a Hamburger Helper home, would you also eat it with Lipton side, which was just a rice packet that you did in the microwave? Yes.
Oh, we did rice packets. We did that stuff.
Those are tasty,
But-
and I have to keep myself from buying them because I will eat them just all the time.
Oh no! Listen, when I go, like if I go to like a Weis or just like a grocery store that's not Aldi, and they've got the 99-cent like what are they like Knorr's rice packets? I'm just like, what flavors do I want this week? And it's
So
just-
easy.
When I lived in Commons, that was my like go-to meal, was those rice packets.
Yeah.
Mm.
and I'm appreciating the validation I'm seeing from my explanation of Hamburger Helper in the comments section. Haley, you do not come from a Hamburger Helper home. You have fresh meals every meal.
That's my stepmom.
Your stepmom agreed with my Hamburger Helper assessment, and then said, "Don't you ever think that you had it?"
That's okay. I didn't have Hamburger Helper, but I did have those. Did you guys ever have like it's like they were boxed side noodles, like with a lot of different flavors. Like they had like the fettuccine Alfredo or we had those a lot. Those absolutely my jam.
Will you please pull up the next comment from Haley's stepmom?
Maybe your mom changed out and made Hamburger Helper, but Lauda and your dad never made it for you.
Hi, Lauda.
That is true. I never had Hamburger Helper.
You never had Hamburger Helper or cable.
No, I actually did get to watch cable at their house.
Oh. It was a good trade-off then.
The next one would be, and shut your whore mouth.
Oh, that's funny, Lauda. Thank you for that.
This
Okay,
is
we want to
fantastic.
return really quick to this. Katie, you said this idea of stealing recipes from the back of like products. That made me think you were saying that like you shouldn't use those. Like someone just put them there, and like if you use the recipe, that's like stealing.
Oh, but don't you dare show up and be like, "This is my family's recipe," and it's the whole house cookie.
Just
I
like
never
Steve-
said the chicken was my recipe.
Oh, this is actually your dad talking, Haley. On that.
Hi, Haley's dad.
That makes a little more fun.
This gets better and better.
Oh, so
Oh
funny.
man, what's our next game?
Our next game is a game that we call Big Little. And
Oh,
we
no.
call it that because that's what the book that I stole it from called it. Now, this does present an interesting thing. Stealing a recipe, bad. Almost all, we haven't invented 90% of the improv games we play. There are some that we have invented or adapted ourselves that I would be comfortable calling our recipe.
Lotion or
A
yogurt?
lot of them. Lotion yogurt, Haley Carlson original. The Vantage Point, which we'll be playing next.
Yeah.
Our original concept of a game. Honestly, probably Katie Noble's original concept for a game.
No, that
I've
was
never
mine.
invented shit. But we're going to play Big Little. This is a game where they're going to act out a scene, and at any point, I can tell them that they have to get little, and they have to act out the scene using just their fingies on their hands. And then they get big again, and they can use their full bodies. This is one of those games that it really works best because we use webcams.
And they said internet comedy was dead.
No. We have outlasted the suspected life expectancy, and all 18 of our viewers will attest to that.
Hey, imagine 18 people in a room. That's a lot.
We do
That
it
is
for
a
you
lot.
guys.
That's like half of Friday nights at the Improv when we first started doing it. So, pretty solid. All right, so your suggestion for Big Little comes from Tori Marie Fraley Hogg. Thank you, Tori Marie. You are all at the scene of some sort of an accident. And whenever you're ready, take it away.
I didn't know the cow would die when we tipped it.
Everything shifts. Lungs collapse, udders suffocate. What do you think? I don't. This is the only logical outcome.
Hey guys, what do you call a cow on the ground? Ground beef.
Oh my God. Are you laughing? A creature is dead, Cynthia, and you're laughing at the devil's lettuce. Oh my God.
Somebody please help me move this hamburger. I need a hamburger helper. Let's move this thing out of the way.
I did not come from a Hamburger Helper home. I did not come from a Hamburger Helper home, so I'm just gonna sit this one out.
Fine, Cynthia.
You
Okay.
help move.
Yeah, move it, Cynthia. I can joke too.
All right. Just tell. Oh God, just tell me where to pick it up.
Big.
Just grab something. Grab legs.
There's
Okay,
four
there's
legs
a lot
and a tail
of
to
parts
choose
of the
from.
cow.
What? I'm sorry. I didn't hear what you uttered. What is that? One more time.
There are a lot of parts of a cow. We've got the butt. We've got the sides. We got the steaks. We've got you can't.
The stakes are high. The stakes are very high.
I
have-
know the stakes are very high.
You two will not respect this dead creature on the ground.
Little.
You're the one who wanted to tip the cow. You were like, I want a traditional small town experience. I never got to have that. Blah, blah, blah. Like, people don't just go around tipping cows.
Well,
Are
maybe
you-
I just wanted to feel like I was like cool and rebellious like you two with your puns and your marijuana.
You don't need puns and marijuana to be cool.
No.
I don't.
Big.
No.
You need a heart of gold and a song in your heart to be cool.
Oh. I didn't know those were the requirements. I guess I got a heart of gold.
But do you got a song?
Little. And scene.
I thought the musical number would bring the cow back to life.
Had we kept
That's
going,
Into
I'm
the
sure it would
Woods.
have.
Mhm.
I don't even know what happens in Into the Woods. Nobody tell me.
Okay.
Katie, I said nobody tell me. You were so excited.
It was.
We got our first t-shirt quote of the night.
Yep.
Isn't that what you do in your job, Haley? You tell kids that they don't need puns and marijuana to be cool?
That's exactly what I do in my. Yep.
That's the message.
And they listen because they say me, and they're like, "Wow, she's cool."
Oh, we don't need puns and marijuana to be cool. 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Hey!
Katie, you can tell me about the musical another time. Everyone's noting that you looked very disappointed about it, and
I'm a very good actor.
I guess we could just watch it.
I mean, if you're Jeff, you stop it immediately at the end of Act 1.
If you're who?
You.
Oh, no. I love conceptually Act 2. I think the pacing of Act 2 is abysmal. I thought that was one of the things that the movie did right, because Act 2 actually feels right in terms of pacing. It feels so rushed. It feels like Sondheim was like, cool, Act 1, done. Shit, I have to finish this thing tomorrow, and wrote Act 2 in a night.
Classic procrastinating Sondheim.
You know.
That's why he finally got what was coming to him.
A Tony?
Yeah. But not for that year. That went to Phantom.
Why do you know this? Josh is right. You're all nerds.
Forgive me for happening to know what the 35-year long-running Broadway musical Phantom of the Opera was up in the Tonys the same year as Into the Woods. And now both Into the Woods and Sondheim are getting the last laugh, as they are going to have 2 Sondheim shows opening around Phantom as Phantom shutters its curtain. Forgive me for knowing that. Forgive me for having insight into Lloyd Webber and Cameron McIntosh's machinations of the Broadway community. I'm sorry.
Listen, my boss would love you. Like, you guys could go and talk about that all day long. I'm like, I thought it was a good show. I want to talk about the show. I'm glad that you know that, though. That it's really good knowledge to have. I'm jealous.
And Phantom will be back in the Majestic before we know it, because Cameron McIntosh is going to do the same thing he did to Phantom on the West End. He's going to close it, and he's going to bring it back as the tour production with half the cast and half the orchestra, so he can avoid paying Hal Prince's estate any royalties. And that's why it's closing.
Thank you for coming to Alex's TED Talk.
And another thing.
Let's move on to the next game. We're going to play a game. We already talked about it. We're going to play the Vantage Point. This is a game where these three will assume various characteristics. There we go. They will assume various characteristics or characters and then answer questions that you all post to them in the suggestion post. These suggestions don't come from this week's suggestion post. They actually come from last week's. We didn't play this game last week, so I used your suggestions this week. If that makes any sense. And if it doesn't, you'll catch on. So, are y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Alex, your character comes from Frank Saraceni III. Thank you, Frank.
Right.
You will be Charlie Brown.
Nice.
Katie, your suggestion comes from Allison Petrillo. You will be the Jersey Devil.
Great.
What is that? What's that? Don't tell me.
I'll tell you when you're older.
Thanks, Dad.
And then Haley, your character comes from Teresa Riggle Kavanaugh. You will be a kindergarten teacher.
Great.
All right. So I'm going to give them like a second if they need it to assume their character. And then I'm going to bring them back in, and they will be the panel on an advice panel show where I will ask them questions posed by the audience, and they will give you their best advice. And we'll see how these characters intersect and interact. So it looks like they're all present and ready to go. And so here we go. Thank you all for joining us on the Vantage Point. We have an illustrious panel, and we'd like to just jump right into the questions. Our first question comes to us from Dana Michike. Dana wants to know, how can I make myself dateable? We will start with our first panelist. Any advice for Dana?
Well, from my own experience, Dana, and it's a good question, you just have to keep going back out there and trying. And no matter how many times they move the football, as it were, you just have to give it your best kick. And it helps if you have a dog. I don't know, mine's not super helpful, but it would help if you had one. And that gives people an insight as to who you are as a person. And a nice hairstyle. That'd be good.
Thank you. Our next panelist.
Hey, how's it going? I'm the Jersey Devil. Some of you might know me because I like to kill cats, and I briefly dated Bigfoot. So I do know what it means to make yourself dateable. Making yourself dateable means making yourself hard to find and hard to catch. Nothing entices the opposite sex or the same sex, whatever you're trying to attract, more than being unattainable. People want what they can't have, all right? So what you're going to do is you're going to move out into the middle of the woods. You're going to make sure nobody knows the address. You're going to make sure nobody knows your phone number. You're going to take on a disguise, preferably a local woman or perhaps a tree trunk, something easy to find out and about in the wild. and you're just gonna start causing mischief. Once people really get to talking about you, that's how they get the name in you. That's how you get your name in the mouth, is by causing some trouble. Then you can really just take anyone you want and snatch them up and eat out the hat, honey.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Devil. And finally,
Hi, Dana. Hi, friend. Everyone say hi, Dana. Say hi,
Hi, Dana.
Dana.
hi, Dana.
Good. Now, Dana, in order to be dateable, you got to think about who you want to date. So look for people with similar interests. Okay, friends? If your hands are for touching, find someone else's hands are for touching or hurting. I don't know what you're into. If you like to eat paste, you find someone else who likes to eat paste. Okay, Dina? And if you don't know your numbers, don't expect to catch someone who doesn't know their numbers too. One of you always has to know your numbers. If you know your 8 times 8s, that's good. Just keep practicing.
Thank you. Thank you. I think it's about time that we meet our panelists. If you could all introduce yourselves.
Hi everyone, I'm CB, Charlie Brown, Blockhead. You know me, you love me. I'm somehow been in every single one of your holidays, and I've been this way for a while. If you've stayed with me to adulthood, you know things got a little dicey, and one of us was put away for arson. But not everybody's fully aware of that story, and just thrilled to be here.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Mr. the Devil?
Hello, my name is Mr. the Devil. I prefer Jersey Devil if you can, sir. I've lived in South Jersey. I've lived in Philly. I'm a bit of a legend around there. I've definitely caused a lot of mischief and mayhem. No, most people know me with like my wings and my hooves, and you might even consider me a kangaroo type creature. But I just like to think that I'm one of the guys, one of the girl guys, one of the guy cryptic girls.
Thank you, Jersey. Thank you, Jersey. And finally.
Hi, I'm Crystal Divitz. I'm a kindergarten teacher, and Zoom school is going really, really well.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you. I think we can move on to our next question from our panel now. Courtney Koval wants to know, how do I cure my cat's anxiety? I think this seems like a good panel to answer this kind of question. How can Courtney cure her cat's anxiety? Any of you that want to take this?
Absolutely, yeah.
Crystal?
So you're gonna want your cat to see other cats its own age. Okay, it's not good for your cat to be inside all day. You want your cat to be able to communicate with other cats and touch other cats, or go on dates with other cats, or smell another person. I'm sorry, I think I lost the thread a little bit.
Yeah, honey, I tell you lost the thread a little bit. Now, let me tell you a little something. When your cat gets anxious, that's your cat telling you that your witch is familiar. All right? As a Jersey Devil, I've been hanging around a lot of familiars a lot. All right? So I've eaten a lot of familiars too. Sorry about that. That's probably.
Would you say you're familiar with them?
You know what? You've got a cute dog named Clementine, and she's a hellhound. So I'm not gonna come after her. But yous, I'm not coming after. All right. So your cat's anxious, right? You don't want her to be anxious no more. So what you do is you get her all the things little witches like, because she misses being in a human form, her corporeal form. Am I right? So you go and you get a bagel. You go and you get her those tacos that Jeff likes. And really, you just make sure that she's got all of her favorite things. Keep her inside. You don't want the likes of me coming over there and taking a chomp at her. But, just your presence alone, your familiar likes you. Am I right?
Yeah, and at the mention of thread, the best thing I could think of is my buddy Linus has this blanket that he totes around with him all the time, and that seems to calm him down. So I don't know, rip your friend's blanket away and give it to the cat.
That's all pretty good. Are you in kindergarten?
What? Nondescript at this point. I could be, depending on what we're shooting. I've been around for a while.
Are you this sad because of Zoom school?
No, this is just my normal continence. I got a rock earlier today. That's why I'm sad.
You hit a rock?
No, I got a rock.
From where?
From the trick-or-treaters. They were
Thank you.
mean adults handing out candy to the other kids, and then they're giving
Oh,
rocks to
I'm
this
so
blockhead.
sorry. No, of course, Mr. the Devil.
I
Mr. the Devil.
Jersey?
Me?
I prefer Jersey.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were asking if I was near
God.
Jersey. I'm pretty near Jersey if you wanted to.
Were you
No.
asking if I was in kindergarten to find out if you could hit on me?
No, I'm hitting on no. Absolutely. It's clear from
I
your
mean,
haircut, you're a child.
It's a good. Well, I also know a man who's balding. Again, it's pretty open for interpretation.
Listen, I totally understand where you're coming from, Mr. Brown. I was picking up on some of those vibes from this creep over here.
Please.
Excuse me?
I don't know if I'm old enough to be called Mr. Brown. Try like maybe Charles. Maybe not the Charlie part.
You want to be Chuck? You want to be Chucky?
No,
Sure.
I don't want to be Chuck. No, that lesbian friend of mine calls me Chuck.
Oh, now Charles Brown.
That felt really pressury, just getting called Chuck randomly by one very butch woman.
We have one more question, and maybe this can help ease everyone around. This question comes to us from Dan Gualtieri. Thank you for asking, Dan. Dan wants to know, when is it appropriate to start ordering pumpkin spice products?
As a person
Jersey?
who does most of her business in the spooky times, I say the sooner the better. If they start leeching it out at the end of July, that means I get to come out a little bit sooner. So as early as you want, honey.
Wait, excuse me? Excuse me?
Yeah,
Excuse me?
Crystal?
I just have a question. Does that mean we have the power to summon you sooner?
Yes.
So I could see you maybe more of the year?
I mean, you got a couple of cats lying around that I could eat?
I have one cat.
No. All right.
I don't think that cat's going to take the blanket very well.
I don't think they will either.
But I think to answer the question at hand, why have we decided that those spices should be reserved for a 2 to 3 month time frame? It doesn't make sense to me. Enjoy them when you want to enjoy them.
Can't argue with that, Chuck.
Also, based on what I'm sorry, what?
Are you indicating that you're a lesbian?
Wait. I do see the confusion now.
Because I thought we had something going here. Not that I have anything against lesbians. I need a
I'm sorry.
product.
Hold on. I guess I must be confused. Jersey Devil, you're not a lesbian.
I am a creature of the devil. I have no space agenda, and I like them all.
Lesbian.
Yeah.
And you
I know my 8 times table.
don't actually have a cat.
No, I do actually have a cat, but he's very ugly. 1 times 8 is 8.
And that's the game!
I gotta lay down.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
So,
the black
Katie,
cat.
I need to know the story of that wig.
Yeah, it looks so good on you.
It does.
The story of this wig is that I bought it at a Spirit Halloween a couple of years ago.
Was it for a costume or just because you liked it?
It was for a costume. I was trying to go as Nadja from What We Do in the Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The story of this wig.
Hold
From
on.
Hamilton? Anyone?
Sure.
Hats on wigs.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
Maybe this is what I'll go as for Halloween. I've been debating on it. It's just this.
Oh, so cute. You wore that wig last Halloween too.
So
No, I love it. Maybe that's just like every Halloween you wear the wig. You have to work around the
Halloween
wig.
it's not
It's
as good
wiggy
as
wig.
Alex's wigs. Alex has real wigs.
That looks like a real wig.
No.
It's
Good.
imaginary.
I'm gonna keep wearing it. What's the next game?
All right, the next game is 2-line vocabulary. In this game, Alex can say whatever the heck he wants. But in
Classic.
the course of the scene, Haley and Katie are restricted. They can only say 2 lines on repeat in whatever order they want, but 2 lines apiece. And they got to try and pull off a scene like that. Let's see here. Katie, your first line comes from Debbie Willis Hamlin, and your second one comes from Courtney Koval.
Okay.
So your
ready.
first line, say the word and I'll go to battle.
Say the word and I'll go to battle.
Correct.
Okay.
And your second line is, I will keep the secret.
I will keep the secret. Okay.
Yeah, and you can change the inflection if you want to. That's just me
What if I don't?
giving them to you.
What
Whatever.
if I don't?
And then Haley, your suggestions come from Brian Smith and Brianna Bloomer.
All right, Chuck.
Your first line sounds like he's going to have a wild time.
Sounds like he's gonna have a wild time.
And even tonight, if you want.
Even tonight, if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like he's gonna have a wild time. Even tonight, if you want.
Who knows? Who knows? And
I forgot him already.
Hey, there you go. Do you want me
Sounds
to
like a
repeat 'em?
wild time. Even tonight, if you want.
Close enough. Sounds like he's going to have a wild time.
Sounds like he's gonna have a wild time.
Even tonight, if you want. Katie, do you remember your lines?
Say the word and I'll go to battle. I will keep the secret.
Perfect. And to get you all started, your suggestion comes from Israel Acosta. You are campaign interns. You're campaign interns. And whenever you're ready, action.
All right, everybody, it's canvassing day. So, Cynthia, we're going to have you cover the south side of the neighborhood.
Say the word and I'll go to battle.
That is exactly the attitude that we need. That is the exact attitude that we need. Thank you so much. And then, Steve, you are going to be heading up the north side of town. All right.
Yeah, sounds like he's gonna have a wild time.
You are the he in question, Steve, but I love in the air. All right. So make sure that you grab, we want to grab the brochures. We want to grab the pins. Do we all remember our talking points?
Oh, I'll keep the secret.
They are not a secret. We want to tell our constituents our talking points. So share the secret, share the good news.
Oh, even tonight, if you want.
Especially tonight as we are getting ready for an election. So just, the message is vote blue no matter who. I hadn't said that we were Democrats yet, but I felt important to reveal that for everybody paying attention. So that'll be great. That'll be wonderful. And just remember, we are not into smearing our opposition. None of that.
That sounds like he's gonna have a wild time.
He did have a wild time. That is the secret we are keeping. We do not want to get into the specifics. Oddly embarrassing. It may be good. It might turn in our favor a little bit, but I don't.
Even tonight, if you want.
I'll say the word and I'll go to battle.
I've been swayed. Tell them all the secret.
Even
Let them
tonight?
know. Yes, tonight. When you knock on that door, you tell them one good thing about us and 2 bad things about the opposition.
I will keep the secret.
No. We do not want to keep the secret. We want to leak it. We want to maybe get it to the press somehow. Maybe make it an anonymous phone call. Call Rachel Maddow. Maybe she'll call you Chuck, lesbian. I don't know. So, yeah.
Sounds like he's gonna have a wild time.
Or she. We're keeping it open-minded. Love is love. Remember that, Steve. Now, let me see here. Cynthia, you look. You feeling okay?
I'll keep the secret.
Hey, remember, it was a platonic date and you were not coerced, so I will not.
Say
All
the
right.
word and I will go to battle.
I don't know if you're threatening me or the voter or the poll. Steve, you don't need to look so concerned. It's fine. We were totally.
Sounds like he's gonna have a wild time.
In a word.
Keep the secret. Yes, in a word. Yes. Just remember.
Even tonight, if you want.
Yeah, yes, I do want it tonight. We only have so many.
Even tonight, if you want.
Listen, first of all,
Sounds like he's gonna have a wild time.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm nervous. I'm
Not a battle.
not opposed. I'm not, please. Wait, I know that we are the candidate of polyamory, but can we please have some professionalism before this gets out of hand?
I'll keep the secret.
All right, we have to vote before we can fornicate. That's the slogan. That's
And scene. There you go. Insight into all political campaigning right there.
I think so. I think it always looks like that.
Yeah, I need a like later. I need to touch base with these three people after the election.
You wouldn't touch their base, huh?
I think they're in the
I'm
White
sorry,
House.
I
We
can't
see them next. He's the press secretary. And we're trying to navigate the situation.
This is the lost season of Veep right here.
I don't know. It might be in there somewhere.
I actually do think we gotta vote before we fornicate is a really good vote blue no matter who. Sure. That'll appeal to the young people of today.
Yes. All right. Are y'all ready to move on to the next game?
Y'all ready to move?
We've only got 2 more
There's not enough
games
sports
left
movies.
tonight.
Ready.
Are you?
Ready.
Because I'm not.
Oh.
Because I want to remind everyone that if they're enjoying what they're seeing, they can Venmo us at the IT Crowd. It helps keep the show going, helps us keep improving our setups and situations, and I appreciate it. I realized today that every once in a while when doing the Venmo plug, I sound like a panhandler on the subway.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could just have a moment of your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
But listen, those speeches linger for a reason. They're good. They're quality.
I mean, they're well crafted. Like time, the repetition is really ground them into gold. That's what happens to gold, right?
Yep.
Sure does.
Rounded.
Yep.
Grounded to
Much
gold.
like the beef and Hamburger Helper. Hello.
Few
Mr.
words
Burger.
have been served. Hamburger.
Hamburger.
You might be titled to compensation.
Speaking of compensation titles, we're going to play a game called Interrogation. In this game, Alex is going to be accused of a crime. Haley
Did you
and
say
Katie.
Alex?
I thought Haley was being accused of a crime.
Oh, that's right. Haley is being accused of a crime.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scream.
No. You were right to scream.
We're trying
forgot.
to frame
I
Alex.
messed up. But Haley's been accused of a crime. So Haley's going away now. Bye. Now I'm going to give Alex and Katie the details of this heinous crime. And they have to get Haley to confess without telling her what to, because that would be leading the witness, right? Like, they've got to confess on their own free will.
Right. We've already had one witness led today.
Wait, I just
Exactly.
now noticed Alex's one curly hair from Charlie Brown. I thought it was a speck on my computer screen.
Please tell me that's permanent marker.
No, it's eyeliner.
Okay.
Sorry. Continue.
All right,
I'm
so
ready.
Haley's crime is that Haley moved furniture.
Okay.
But she did it in a Victoria's Secret.
Okay.
And her accomplice was Bella from Twilight.
It's not going to make Harper Labrosi happy.
I know. She's going to be crushed. So these suggestions came from Michael Russo, Amber Buckingham, and Aileen Cairns. So thank you to those three and everyone who contributed suggestions for tonight's show. You too can give us suggestions by commenting on our suggestion post every week. Usually goes up around Monday-ish, if I remember. And then you have all week to get your suggestions in there. But don't wait. Put them in there when you think of them. Don't wait. Vote first and then fornicate. All right, so y'all know what you're trying to get Haley to confess?
She moved furniture in a Victoria's Secret with Bella from Twilight.
Exactly. I'm going to go away. I'm going to send in the criminal, and we'll see how it happens.
Oh my god. Do you want to try on this B cup? I think it would look really good on you.
Am I interrupting?
Wait, you're that kid.
I'm sorry. They just told me to come in this room.
This was the room. This was the right room.
Sorry, I'm sort of getting an energy here that maybe you don't want me here.
Oh no, we want you here. It's just that I just can't believe you'd show your ugly little face here.
Holy shit! Wow.
Yeah.
Am I free to go? Or...
No.
Unfortunately not.
You're not free to go. Door's locked.
Okay. Sorry, like, did I do something to upset you?
You're
I
damn
just
right.
think your artistic vision could not compare with the female form, the true female form.
You
This
have
female form made out of foam.
Your feng shui is all off.
I'm so sorry. I thought the art that I created was, it looks like a naked lady. Is there something in your throat, or
It's
yeah, actually. How insightful.
No,
So-
I just think it's pretty ballsy to come into someone's dwelling and just shift the energies like that.
okay, does this have anything to do with the female form?
We'll get there when we get there.
Okay, yeah, so I rearranged someone else's house. What's the big deal?
So, like, we carefully curate our dressing rooms so that they will have a vibe. And then you and your just came in here and decided that it wasn't good enough for you. Do tell why.
So I moved the mannequin?
The mannequin.
No. Okay. I felt uncomfortable in the space. I wanted to be able to have like my own space in the rehearsal room because I work there too.
First of all, there's no rehearsing here. That's cute. We're just performing all the time. But I feel like we're confusing you. Listen.
I think you are.
It's no secret that this place is wonderful. The color is chosen. The pink is a very specific pink.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's meant to feel beautiful, feel safe. And for you to come in and just shift everything around, where will they sit?
Where will they put their drinks?
I gotta say, I feel I don't have any idea.
When you were talking about rearranging someone's house, you were pretty close. I mean, we don't technically live here, we work here.
It's a place of like clothing worship.
Victoria's Secret,
Yeah.
Duh, you idiot!
Yes.
a bra store.
No, you were right. Write down
Victoria's Secret.
Right. Name that. Write it down.
I rearranged a Victoria's Secret.
It's like that's a yes and yeah. Like you did rearrange, but not like the whole. It makes it sound like you moved like the panties and the bras around. Those were in the same spot, but like it was like the sittables.
I moved the chairs.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
We
Or
have
the
to move them all back.
Fine, I will. But honestly, you guys are being super mean about this.
Oh,
You
we're
know why we're
super
being
mean
mean?
about this to you?
Yes, you are.
Why we're being mean?
No, I just moved the chairs around.
I think your Arizona pale ass came up here with your stupid cactus and you decided that you could have a
Listen.
hard time school.
Listen, just because I'm Bella from Twilight does not mean you can treat me that way.
I think it gives us every right but write it down first.
Wait, am I or did she hang out with me?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, sorry, that's who you. I mean, like,
Yeah, that's my
but you're by
girlfriend.
association.
I think
Yeah.
you just try really hard.
Yeah.
I
My
am
God.
not a tryhard. She is not a tryhard. She doesn't try hard at all.
That's true. Her appearance is lackluster.
Have
I
you
don't know,
seen
she
her
tried pretty
hoodies?
hard to throw herself on that
Oh,
building.
no, she looks absolutely disgusting. Why? Sorry.
I mean, wasn't that crazy when she tried to do that? Isn't that insane?
Oh my god, it was so crazy.
I was so embarrassed for her.
I
We're
know,
embarrassed.
right?
Okay, listen though. Is this it? Is this all? So
Yeah, read
what?
it
I
back.
rearranged the furniture in a Victoria's Secret with Bella Swan, that absolute poo. Was it Bella Swan? Yes. Or is that a model? That's Gigi Hadid.
No, you were
That's
right.
Velveteen.
It just stinks that I think you're kind of pretty. Do you want to try on a bra that probably doesn't fit you right?
I'd love that. Yeah.
Come with
My
me.
goodness.
None fit because my boobs are too big.
And
Wait,
see.
that was the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought there were 3 things.
There were. We combined 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I rearranged the furniture in a Victoria's Secret.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I understand.
Well, I hope so. You've already confessed twice.
I was so lost.
I've never been more terrified of police detectives when it's Mean Girls. Like
my God, I
Mean
was like-
Girl interrogators.
My hackles were raised. I couldn't even think.
That they need to put that. Those need to be the like guards in like Guantanamo Bay. Send in the Mean Girls.
Oh my God. Or honestly, just like any preteen who
Mhm.
can, like John Mulaney says, like accurately reflect your insecurities back on you, that would do
Mhm.
damage.
Yeah.
Whew.
Michael Russo, it is a magician shirt on Alex Dumpoli's
Mm-hmm.
buff bun.
It's the Bright Bills University.
I told you, on Wizarding Weekend at the fair, I did Wizarding trivia. No one got the magicians questions correct. No one had seen the magicians.
I haven't.
I mean, do not read the book, but watch the
Oh, yeah.
show.
I
The
won't.
show's great.
No, the book's terrible, actually.
One of the rare times I will tell you, watch the media, not the book.
What's it on?
It was a sci-fi original, which
It's
is
on
even
Netflix.
more, which is even more intriguing that sci-fi made it, and you're like, it was good.
Mhm.
Katie, what'd you hear, girl? What is it?
What is it, Lassie?
Ronnie?
It sounded like somebody on a skateboard with a flat tire. It was just very jarring. Sorry.
Hmm. Well, speaking of jarring, you guys want to finish the show off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to end with a couple rounds of I Like My Partners. This is the game where they fill in that age-old aphorism, I like my partners, like I like my whatever, and then they'll tell you why they like their partners like that. So we will start off with I like my partners like I like my spaghetti.
I like my partners like I like my spaghetti. Different every time.
I like my Pagartner. I said my Pagartner. I like my partners like I like my spaghetti al dente.
Mm.
I like my partners like I like my spaghetti. A little cheesy.
I like my partners like I like my spaghetti. I can twirl them around my fork and slurp them.
Mm.
I like my partner like I like my spaghetti. They stick when you put them on the wall.
I like my
I
partners
like
like I
my-
like my spaghetti. Shelf stable.
Like my men like I like my spaghetti. My mom frowns anytime I break them in half.
Next one. I like my partners like I like my bartenders.
I like my partners like I like my bartenders. Dumb, quick, and hot.
I like my men like I like my bartenders. Because they're giving me alcohol, I'm gaslit into thinking they're interested in me, but really they're just doing their job and wanting me to move on. I like my men like I like my bartenders. All of them can be found in Hell's Kitchen.
Moving on to another one. I just want to see what you do with this. I like my partners like I like Matthew Broderick.
Who's Matthew Broderick? I can't think of his face
He
right now.
is,
He's Ferris Bueller, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Married to Samantha Parker.
I like my partners like I like Ferris Bueller. in lion form. Wasn't he? Yeah.
He was old Simba.
There you go.
Yes.
Look at me like I'm crazy.
I like my men like I like Matthew Broderick. They've appeared in a lot of musicals. They're married to Sarah Jessica Parker, and somehow they try to play off that they're straight.
I like my partners like I like my Matthew Broderick. I'm surprised when they're dating Sarah Jessica Parker.
Partner.
Oh,
Sarah
I didn't
Jessica
know.
partner.
oh, they've been married for years.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, good for him.
I like my partners like I like Matthew Broderick. Everyone forgets that they killed someone in an accident in Ireland.
That is true.
Was that?
Oh, wow.
Don't remember that about my partner.
Wait, hold on. Haley, are you serious or are you talking about Mufasa?
No, that actually happened. He
Wait,
was,
hold
I
on.
think,
When
on the
did
wrong side of
Mufasa
it.
kill somebody in Ireland?
The
No.
whole movie took place in Ireland.
Simba technically killed Mufasa.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
right. Oh,
Look at
so what
that.
you're saying is that you like your men like you like your Matthew Brodericks. They're responsible for the death of James Earl Jones. Is this what we're getting to?
Oh no, I don't like that.
Last one. I like my partners like I like my cheesecake.
I like my men like I like my cheesecake, shared by 3 old women.
I like my partners like I like my cheesecake from New York. Josh.
Hey.
I like my partners like I like my cheesecake. I met them at a Ren fair and they kind of made me sick.
And that's the game. Thank you so much, Alex, Katie, and Haley for playing tonight. Thank you to everyone who tuned in and joined us tonight. Just a reminder, every week we stream not only on Facebook, but also YouTube and Twitch. And if you want to support us, you can Venmo us at the IT Crowd.
IT Crowd.
And also, if you want some merch, improvtechnology.threadless.com. I love seeing IT merch out in the wild. I said this at the beginning, but they weren't here. Dan Gualtieri was wearing his IT merch at the fair this weekend. I loved seeing it. It made me super happy. So you want to make me happy,
they missed
don't you?
when I heard you say "dang Gualtieri" and that's what he should go by?
Yes.
If you
or
didn't
that's
hear
his like
that-
Waluigi form.
Dang,
Yes.
Waltieri.
Exactly. Just consider that because that's what I heard him say, and I think it would suit you.
There you go. Any parting words for our viewers, everybody?
Vote before you fornicate.
The IT Crowd.